Coming Clippers, hey, today we got somebody new on the channel, made in Korea. The Heaven's Arena arc was crazy. Now you seen Hunter x Hunter, like I seen it. You know that they be boxing for real low key, but in this arc when they were just starting to use Nen, I mean the hands are still hands in the pro areas, but as far as Kalu and Gon, nah. Kalu was cooking. Gon was the one that was still in with his stuff, but Kalu was cooking. But then again, he was trained as an assassin from birth, so it does make sense that he'd be more proficient with Nen off rip than Gon is. But anyway, off topic, let's get into it.
In an arc where Killua threw a handicapped man out his wheelchair 50 feet into the air, then said, "You'll die if I don't catch you," then caught him while carrying 1 million volts of electricity. In an arc where Gon punched anime R. Kelly. In an arc where Gon boxed up Hisoka. You know I gotta cover this, bruh. The circus is back in town, baby, because this whole arc was a fade buffet. By the way, look at this cool animal I caught, guys. This thing's just so cute. Alright, let's get to it. So this arc starts after Gon brought back Killua, and they're going to Heaven's Arena for some training. Turns out there's no rules here, and all you have to do is knock your opponent.
You know, this arc kind of reminded me of the old Dragon Ball's World Tournament arc, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Cause I'm probably gonna be making references towards this whole thing, like this, because it's basically like when Kid Goku joined the World Tournament. It's kind of what it reminds me of.
Opponent out, and you'll move up floors and get more money. We got street beefs out here, but in an anime tournament. I better not see this man talking about some I am death sentence, because I'm gonna spaz out, bruh. I seen this man punch a dude in the back of the head, then hit this emote. How does he still have a fighting license? They walk into the building, and there's some NPCs fighting. Like, look at this man right here. He looks like a punishment from God. Bro looking like some bacteria. Anyways, Killua was...
That's crazy. That's crazy. I've not say to that. I have nothing to add to that joke. That's crazy. Bacteria is insane.
Says he used to come here as a kid and earn some money. Like, bro, did you not go to school, bro? Did you learn nothing, bro?
No.
Why were you fighting for paychecks at 6 years old? Gon hops in the first fight, and bro is fighting someone's dad. He's like,
boom. I got a reference already. Hey, so you remember that one time where Goku fought that big guy? What was it? Contestant number 69. I'm sure I'm up there. Folded him up. Same result.
Like, I'm sorry, kid, but you about to get dropped. This man got weaved into the chest chop by a 12-year-old and got sent flying. Gon was looking down like, wait, am I strong or is he a paid actor? Like, no, wait. Bro thought it was too easy. Since Gon won his first fight so easy, they gotta move up a floor. And this kid was glazing in the elevator. Oh my God, you guys are so cool. Nobody can beat you guys. Like, bro, zip it up, man. This dude's name is Zushi, though, and he's trained by a dude named Wing. Low-key,
he's gonna end up being the Master Roshi to go into Killua. Like how Roshi was to Goku and Krillin, except it's not like he's gonna be around all that often. But it is a pretty good comparison because this is similar to how not Krillin. No, actually, I think it was Master Roshi taught them how to use Ki, I think, if I remember correctly. And he's basically that mentor teaching them how to use Nen, Nen is a very interesting concept, but I'll talk about it later.
He's a good character.
But Master, your shirt's untucked.
Sorry about that.
His shirt always on
I
top.
let that slide. They go to collect their paycheck, and it turns out they're working for some Jews. I know damn well I don't see 1 penny, $2.
Those 2 dimes, a nickel, and a penny? Bro, ain't no way to get your boxing out here for that spare change, ma'am, as paycheck, bro. But no.
Times in a nickel. A nickel? I haven't seen a nickel in real life in so long, bruh. They even make those anymore. They just risk their lives for this? It can't be. There's no way. There's no way. They was looking at that money in confusion.
Right.
Agony. They couldn't believe it. They went to sit down, and the announcer said, next fight, Killua versus Zushi. Oh, wow. I'm honored to face you, Killua. That's crazy. Appreciate it, little bro. Like, damn, bro, can we show some respect? He's out here with his hands in his pockets like it's a free win. Zushi low-key knew it, though. This man was crying, bro. He did not want to fight Killua. Killua started just walking up to him, dodged this man, then hit him with a chop to his neck like Austin Powers.
Hey, he got back up, though. All right. I ain't gonna lie. When he releases Nen and his teacher stepped in, because, he wasn't allowed to do that yet. That was kind of fire, because don't you know that he was maybe possibly about to fuck Killua up, but we'll never know.
Had this man seeing ghosts. Matter of fact, he was seeing stars. Like he was boxing Matt from Wii. Like, bro got chopped up quick. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This man used to terrorize me. He was
Nah,
my
facts.
King Bomb back in the day. But somehow, he still got back up. Then decided it's time to lock in. He came at Killua, and he was low-key moving, I ain't gonna lie to you. But it wasn't enough, considering his hands were still in his pockets. Like, come on, bruh. Then he just gonna knock this man out like, ref, do something. This is not fair. But
Getting
Zushi
bullied.
still got back up. Turns out he has something called aura or nen. But his teacher said, nah, don't aura farm. He was low-key pissed in the crowd. Killua said he's never seen aura like that besides his older brother Illumi. Must not have seen me, man. You know what I'm saying? The Shine Master Eustace. You know what I'm saying? I really got aura.
Stop the cap.
Really? Really? That's what we doing now? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Odd has one Eustace. Anyways, Zushi got off screen. After that, Gon and Killua went to rank grind the arena, but only using a single chop and a single push. They even grinded out a free room just for being so highly ranked. They was on level 100,
They
just
were
like pushing
dogging
people.
people.
It was looking like they already beat the tower and then came back to smurf some noobs. Why are they in bronze lobbies? Like Kanye versus kids in a wheelchair. What is happening here? It's like,
Hey, real spill. Don't you hate it when y'all like play a game and like there's people who are clearly not supposed to be in that rank with you, or like that be bothering me sometimes. Like, why are you here, bro? Over here doing 360 no scopes. I'm over here stuttering because Loki got me heated, bro. Like, why
like
are
when
you
Flight
down here?
Reacts 1v1 the Bone Collector, like, bruh, he is not gonna win that. His name is the Bone Collector playing Flight Reacts. He's known for being bad. But to get even stronger, they just had to learn Nen from Wing and Zushi. Basically, though, he says, Hero, I am Ring. To become cup, you must become water. Get out of my store, or something like that, okay?
What?
But low-key, he got some aura to him. So much, Killua got scared and decided to hide in the corner of the wall. I don't even know, bruh. Certified aura farmer.
I like how Killua was compared to a cat, and he didn't deny it. Yeah, because Hisoka was basically explaining how he could figure out what class of nin somebody has based on their personality, and then when he got to Killua's, he was like, "Dang, that's accurate." That was just funny.
Can't handle aura, like what? They go back into the tower, and this dude going out here fighting the X-Men. And look who Killua's fighting. Bro, go back to Black Clover, bruh.
Nah, the disrespect towards her is crazy. She looks fine. He does not.
Tower, and this dude going out here fighting the X-Men. And look who
Why you like that one guy off of what was his name? Tao? I saw a picture of him in the corner, but I can't remember his name.
Killua's fighting. Bro, go back
This guy exists. I ain't gonna hold you. That's all I gotta say to that.
to Black Clover, bruh. I know who you are, buddy. I'm on to you.
Wow.
They charge at Gon and Killua at the same time, and look what happens. Oh no. Come on, brother. Using that Blackbeard power. Yeah, they both got off screen.
Yeah.
They came back looking like they got hit by buses. I don't know what Killua hit him with to cause this move, but it was something crazy. After this
Diabolical.
fight, they make it to the 200th floor. And the 200th floor is more like Gotham. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They couldn't even walk down this hallway because there's a person there. Wait, no, there's a pedo. It's he.
Yep. We got diabolical Diddy. You know, we got powered up Puff Daddy, but you know it is what it is.
Soka, alright? And this man is on some nonsense, moving like a Baki character. He's behind her like her stand. But anyways, he says, don't come back to this block unless you move it heavy and got some strike. He literally used his hand to send them flying. When did bro get the force? Like, who is he? Then he sat down and said, I won't let you pass, but it's not like you could anyways. And they literally couldn't walk through this man's aura until Wing pulled up and said, you know what? Let me teach you how to be a real nigga. He explains Nen to them again, saying everyone has it. And I'm thinking, I know that ain't the nigga from Ichiraku Ramen. I knew he was up to something. But anyways, since Wing already learned it, he can basically jumpstart Killua and Gon's awakening. Now they have all this aura coming from them. And wait, why is your shirt untucked again, bruh? Bro, Wing, you are the Goose Creek freak, bro. Stop going for a damn day. But anyway.
Yeah, his shirt was always untucked, and they never really explained that. So, might be a freaky frog, might not have been.
Since they have Nen now, they can pull up on Hisoka, and that boy was still there camping. Like, what is wrong with this man? Then he just said, you may pass. Who is bro? The troll under the bridge? Like, what is happening? But when they leave, we see some villains. Some dude in a wheelchair, and some dude.
Yeah, so, this shit was just weird. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they had the most unorthodox fighting styles that were oddly effective, but against real fighters, they weren't really that effective. I don't know. They're just odd. But I don't got really nothing to say about them other than they're just weird ass niggas.
With a glory hole for his face, like, bro, you better chill, bro. Cause I know damn well Noah SDX finna put his meat in there. He's freaky, bro. I know him in real life. His real name Eugene, and he musty, bro. You can smell when he coming, bro. I already know him, bro. But anyways, now they can finally step foot in their own room under their name that they own, mind you. Okay, they finally have permission for their own house, and I'm thinking like, wow, these 12-year-olds got more motion than me. But now they have to keep fighting to keep their spot on the 200th floor. And the first fight is gonna be Gon versus Glory Hole Face. He pulls up. And yo, why is Gon twerking? Chill. Right when I thought he couldn't get any lamer, he sends out some Beyblades, and I'm thinking, bro, you wearing a whole cloak trying to be mysterious, and your fighting technique is Beyblade?
He won though. Sadly, Gon did lose his first round, but hey.
Bro, are you anyways, he gave Gon some back shots regardless. Buddy, lock in. We cannot be losing to Beyblade Boy. Anyways, he says nobody can stop his rotating tops because they're so unpredictable. And I don't understand how Gon was genuinely getting worked by this man. But he must have had them shit super boosted or something, bruh. Gon was getting launched around the whole battlefield like ISO speed when he was in WWE for like one day. Ref was talking.
He was? How did he do that? When was this?
Gon was getting launched around the whole battlefield like ISO speed.
Is this real?
When he was in.
Is this real? Is this real? Because if that's real, I wonder how much he paid to be in here. Like, if that's actually pretty cool, actually. Like, this is actually a lot of kids' dreams. And, like, he just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Because I can. If that's real, this is actually pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
In WWE for like one day. Ref was talking about some Gon, can you still fight? Nigga, shut up. I'm trying to lock in. I bet. That's why you getting whooped. Getting whooped? Surely Gon does not lose that. Oh my lord. Bro's in the hospital the next day. Beyblade Boy folded him. But next up we hear an announcement. Castro versus Hisoka. And apparently that boy Castro is really like that. But Killua wants to see what the hype's about, so he goes to spy on him, easily sneaking past this goofy guard to find Castro's room. He uses his Nen to cover himself, basically making himself invisible, spying on Castro, when bro just spawns behind him. He says, don't ever pocket watch a real nigga like Castro, and goes back to bed. Killua tested Castro's chain, and it came back real. The next day, the fight with Hisoka starts, and he runs up on Hisoka, jumping up and going for the RB grab move. Even after Hisoka dodges, he still gets hit by Castro. He runs up on Hisoka again, and bro gets cracked in the jaw.
Hey, this technique appeared like it was that one move that Naruto was doing against Pain, where like he uses like chakra to land the punch, so even though he missed, he thought he missed, they still get punched afterwards. But instead, it was a doppelganger. But
and playing hopscotch, trying to get away. He pulled up on bro, then teleported behind him, made Hisoka do a handstand with his head only. Woo. We have never seen Hisoka get pressed like this.
At all.
But then he awakens his Isagi musty aura and gets ready. He runs up on Hisoka, teleporting behind him, and cuts off Hisoka's arm. Bro out here doing God's work. Hisoka will never goon again. It turns out Castro can make a clone of himself using his Nen. But then Hisoka turns his right.
Now the downside to this that Hisoka explained is that he was using a technique of a Nen class that's the opposite of his. And basically, everybody has their own Nen class, right? That you're good in. The further, it's like a circle, right? The further you move away from your class, the weaker you are in that category. But say your Nen abilities up here, right? And you go to the class that's like at the bottom of the chart, right? The further you move down there, the weaker that ability is going to be. So like, since he's using a class that wasn't really meant for him, it's not that strong. Which where Hisoka beat. That's when Hisoka beat him up after he explained that. So if you use Nen, you're better off using the one you're strongest with than try to use him. Granted, there's nothing wrong with trying to use one that's not in your innate class. It's just prefer that you stay in your own class of abilities.
Right arm into cards. He says pick a card, then add 4, divided by 6 or something. I don't even know, bro. I can't even do math, all right? But it turns out he already knew bro's answer. He had everything planned. Who plans to have their arm cut off? This man is a freak. But Castro pulls up on this man and cuts off Hisoka's other arm. But this man's bag is deep because Hisoka pulls out his other arm that was cut off. Are you confused yet? Because I am. Castro tries to jump Hisoka with his clone, but his other arm comes flying right towards bro's face. Yep. Had this man's brain spinning around in there. He was stun locked while all these cards came flying at bro and dropped him. I'm telling y'all, bro, early on, Hisoka was doing whatever he wanted. This could not have been bungee gum, bro. There's no way. All of this, then he went back to his room to, whoa, Hachi here. How'd she get here, all right?
She's so fine, she done pissing me off. How are you that fine?
Putting on a 2025 Anthony Edwards performance, bruh. Yeah, she let him crack. After watching that, Gon and Killua decide they need more Nen knowledge or they're finished. The next day, when Zushi was walking, he got ran upon by these thugs, and I think they wanted to like steal his shoes and sniff his feet or something. I don't even know. Luckily, Killua pulled up and he made them promise to never get in his way again. So Killua buys a new fit and links with Wing to learn even more Nen. And after the training, he was ready to handle business. But after that, he got to go on a side mission real quick because the gang was not showing proper respect. He pulled up on this man and said this.
You move, you die. You use Nen and you die. Make a sound and you die.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Like, he was really pressing him. Like if you talking about like old school oil farmers, Killua is one of the top oil farmers back around then, bro. Up there with Piccolo, so Killua could actually box. My bad, Piccolo. I ain't mean to you like that, but you get the point.
He made this man apologize and agree to never show his face at Heaven's Arena again. This was hard, I ain't gonna lie to you. Then the other two were together and they're like, we can handle Killua if we're smart about it. And bro said, no, there is nothing you can do. I'm inevitable. Fuck! How do you say that word? I don't even know. He told these boys they're living at his mercy, and if they decide to cheat and not follow the rules, he will be the one to benefit, not them. Bro out here terrorizing his ops, moving like the Joker. But now it's time for Gon's next fight, and he's getting a rematch with the Beyblade boy. The fight starts, and Gon W keys this man, so he has to start spinning himself around, and I ain't gonna lie, how was his brain not fried? Then he sends out all his tops, but Gon isn't worried this time. He just tanks them all. Then Gon uses his fishing rod to try and hook bro, and it looks like he just terribly missed, but nah, he's on target. He
flipping the table,
forward, then flipped this man like a Dairy Queen Blizzard. But this right here is the crazy part. Besides him falling, Gon gonna walk this man down and decides to break off his prosthetic leg. What is wrong with you, bruh? The fight was already over. Ref, do something, please. But I'm trying to figure out.
Hey man, it's get back, bro. It's get back. You gotta
Which
understand.
doctor approved this nonsense? Yeah, doc. I want one leg that spins around really fast. Bro, what are you talking about, bruh? Did you go to Johnny Sin's clinic? Then we see it's Killua's fight time, and bro pulled up on a man in a wheelchair. Killua runs, immediately jumping into the air and tries to.
Actually, if I remember correctly, I believe they all got disabilities because they got up here where the Nen was without Nen. Because you walk to a place with Nen and you don't have the ability of Nen, you can get killed or injured just from being in the Nen. And basically, I believe they all got up here without Nen, so they all got disabled. But then they learned Nen and came back.
Kill this man, but bro got the turbo boosted wheelchair. He boosts himself out of there, then releases his whips that apparently nobody can dodge. Turns out Killua can, because he quickly caught both of them and had this man shook, looking like Courage the Cowardly Dog out here. Yeah, I'm actually slow as hell, I'm sorry guys. But it turns out the whips are also electric, and they let off 1 million volts of electricity, bruh. Okay. Nobody can stop me now. Oh shit!
Yeah, that would have been a problem if Killua's whole power wasn't electricity. You know, his power is literally being shocked and turning on electricity, but you know, it's... Hey man, bad matchup. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro got thrown up into the air, out his wheelchair, like 200 feet up there, bruh. He knew he could not survive this fall, so he had to land in the hands of a kid carrying 1 million volts. Safe to say, Killua won this fight. And I don't know how this was legal, but watch this, because the wheelchair dude is working for Dana White. He had to fight Gon just 10 days later, and Gon was not playing this little game with him, bruh. He just picked up the whole floor and threw it at him. So he had to dodge it using his wheelchair booster, but that's when Gon cut him off, landing on his chair and stopping it with his shoes. Like, where these boots came from, bruh? And from here, he grabbed this man's arm and proceeded to break them. Then look at this. Look at this, though. He hooked up the electric whips to this man and turned them on, bruh. He was foaming from the mouth. They was out here bullying this team, bruh. They was going crazy for no reason. But at this point, Gon wants his fate with Hisoka. And in the next episode, that's what we got. We even got to see Gon get his own walkout, and bro had some smoke, some fire. Okay, it was hype.
Nah, it's too bad Gon lost, but before we get to that, I do like the way that the Nen system works, right? So basically, the more rules or weird restrictions you put on your ability, the stronger it is, which is interesting, right? So it basically gives you a way to have an OP ability, but like I said, the stronger it is, the more of a cost and or condition you need to activate it. But with that being said, you could be pretty strong. You just have to be prepared to have a lot of like restrictions on yourself anyway.
But of course, Hisoka had to outdo him by having blue flames and appearing out of nowhere ore farming. Then he even meat checked him, showing
What? Brother,
I forgot he did that, bro. Wait a minute, pause.
Pause!
Freaky frog, bro. Like,
Yeah, that brother's starving.
in the worst way possible. Like, that's insane.
throwing off his meat like, bro, you are 30 years old doing this, by the way. Like, what's wrong with you? Anyways, the match starts, and Gon runs at Hisoka first, just to get chopped in the back, using the floor to bounce up and box Hisoka. But bro is so fast, he made this man miss his whole entire combo. Like, what? Then fakes him out with a chop, then uses his kick to put this man in the washer machine. He's out here spinning around. But Gon is still coming forward, trying to swing on Hisoka, but this man's combos are crazy. He punches all the air out Gon's lungs. He fell back onto one leg out here hitting the splits damn near, but he still came up.
Hey, Loki, bro, this is how I feel fighting your older brother in real life. I would say in video games, but I never had the issue. I've always been good at video games, so my brother has never been able to just wash me like this in any game. So I can only say in real life, because this is about accurate too. This is about accurate too.
Forward, trying to box him once again, just to get him in the face with a elbow. But he's still charging forward, trying to get a combo on Hisoka, and he's about to get it too. Going for the kick, but he sees Hisoka's charging something crazy and backs off. This right here is a real fight breakdown, okay? They were going so fast, I had to rewind like 20 times for this. Anyways, Gon gets back up, and Hisoka's still blocking, just trying to weave Gon. But then he randomly hit him with the punch of doom. And look at this, bruh. It had steam coming off him after. Gon runs up once again, and Hisoka's just having fun for it, I ain't gonna lie. He hits this spin move, but Gon quickly adapts like Maharaga.
Hey, hold on. That was smooth as a bitch.
Fun for it, I ain't gonna lie. He hits this spin move, but Gon quickly.
He rolled on the kick.
He adapts like Maharaga. Hisoka knocks Gon back and hits this emote right after. Like, bro, you are not Sensei Wu. You are not Jackie Chan. You are not Chinese. Put this emote down. Gon gets up, running towards Hisoka, looking for an opening. This man teleported like 200 times and couldn't find anything. So he runs back and starts throwing the floor.
Hey, this is like the third time this man has flipped the table on people. Like. He really likes this move. I don't know.
Again, but when he throws it, he kicks it himself, breaking it, trying to flank Hisoka. He came up from behind this rock, completely locked in. Cracked this man Hisoka right in his jaw too. They even had an instant replay. They had to run this back. They showed every angle you could imagine. Felt like watching Flat Reacts doing an instant replay after he scores a point while he's losing 1-12. But now Hisoka gets serious, releasing his aura and running towards Gon, hitting him with the elbow of devastation. Then uses a Dragon Ball Sparking combo extender, hit this man before he even touched the ground.
Accurate.
He goes for the third, but Gon hits the Odell spin move, but just his kick alone threw the whole ground floor.
Oh my
At this
God.
point, Gon was just surviving while Hisoka chases.
He's messing with him too. That's the funny part. Hisoka's messing with him. That's the diabolical part. You can tell he's messing with him.
Moving like a Baki character, bro was right behind him, eventually cracking him mid-rotate and makes Gon hit the barrel roll. After this, Hisoka used a volleyball serve, spiking Gon off the floor. This right here was a real belt to ass whooping. Hisoka was not playing with bro. Bro is 30 years old and his main op is 12. What is this? Then Hisoka lifts up his finger and reveals Bungee Gun was already attached to Gon's face. So he starts pulling this man towards him, then winds up his punch of pain and despair. He popped all.
Yeah, that caught back crazy. Do you know how far he's like arm to arm, fully extended, obtuse angle looking ass, and he just mink. And he's pulling at him too, so he's pulling him into that. So he just. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't.
He hit him with something crazy. There was spit all over the room like a Bonnie Blue video. Wait. Hold on. He was beating on Gon like he stole his iPhone charger. But at this point, Gon decides he's gonna charge on Hisoka, and he starts moaning for some reason, not sure why. Since all the blood rushed to his other head, he didn't realize Gon put him in an infinite combo. He was really punching this man in slow motion and super speed. His head was rocking back and forth like he's at a heavy metal concert. But unfortunately, Gon didn't realize there was already a rock attached to the bungee gun. That shit.
Yeah. That rock caused him to fight. But that's the end of the video because he loses that. He loses to a rock in the face. I'm gonna get up out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all want to bring more of him on the channel, let me know and subscribe and all that. Love y'all. Peace.